Yo, what's good, Shadows? Arise Isaac here. I hope y'all having a great day. I'm back with some more Crimson Desert. Today we got part 2 of collecting all the dies. In the previous video, we collected all of these. If you want to learn how I got them, then part 1 will be linked in the description below. Alright, let's get it. The dies we're grabbing in this town are all the yellows. I marked this vendor at Pendleton Workshop. You can take the fast travel at Gold Leaf Guild House near Unicorn Cliff. Make your way to the town and the first die will be at this house, where the garden kids are floating on the roof. Make your way into the house and it'll be on a bookshelf to the right. Once you steal it, you can either wait till the theft meter goes down or run out of the crime circle for it to disappear faster. Next die will be at the house just behind where we got the first one. Again, when you enter, it'll be on the top shelf next to some bags of flour. Third die is in the workshop hut, but the house right across from us. This one we gotta grab the die from the corner table and run since the vendor is here. Next die is the Rich Violet, and luckily we don't have to travel too far. Just head through the bridge to the other part of town. After exiting bridge, it'll be in the house to the right on top of the table against the wall. Next die will be here. Make sure you have a key to enter. If you don't have any, you can get them from your local black market vendors. This die is hidden on a shelf by 2 dolls. When I get halfway through collecting the dies, we can start trying to find the rest of the die houses, because we need to unlock the other slots back at camp. Because after the first video I went to edit my gear with the dies we got, but they were still locked. Once I get done collecting all of these dies, I plan on making an Infinity Stone armor set. And after finishing the recent season of Invincible, which was solid, I can't wait for the next season to drop. I want to make a Thrag armor set to have Cliff looking like Thrag. I saw this one YouTuber made one. It looked alright, but I think I could do a better job making it. So make sure you stay tuned and click the bell icon for when I release the video. Talking about Invincible, the new game came out last week, and I intend on playing through the story mode. And if I'm pretty decent at the game, I'll make some multiplayer gameplay. I assume the characters are going to have their moves from the comics and TV show, so that'll be something to look forward to. Anyway, continuing on, let me know in the comments how many dies have you found so far, and I would love to see what characters you have came up with. I think once I get done collecting all the dies, the next thing I'll do will be completing the challenges, so I could get more Abyss artifacts, plus it's one step towards getting all the trophies. Speaking of which, let me know down below what challenges have you guys done so far. Not gonna lie to y'all, I haven't completed a full list yet because I'm too invested into the dope ass side content. I just keep finding more and more things to do in this game. Next die, we're gonna head to St. Halsius House of Healing. You can go through the main doors to get to the cells, but I'm going through the top to grab a chest I missed in a previous run through. I'm using Axiom Force down to make the floor spin. Once we get down the die, and then just repeat the same thing to drop down. Once we get to drop down, and once we get down, the die will be in the last cell to the right near the bed on the floor. The next die is just a little bit to the right on the map here at Halsius Ranch. The die will be in the house. Also, it's locked, so make sure you have a key. And the die is between the table and the food shelf. Next die, we're heading to the winery near the D and Demonice. In town, head into this house right here. Gonna need another key. The die is on the bench to the left as soon as you enter. A few days ago, I saw that Pearl Abyss dropped another update for this game. It's so crazy how they basically completed their 3 to 4 month roadmap in just a few weeks. That's mind boggling because most studios don't update their games for like a week or two compared to the big studios like Bethesda, and how poorly they updated their games, like what they did for Fallout 4, for instance. When it was first released on next gen, they broke every mod in the game and would try to update it a week or two later, then broke VATs. It took them 6 months to just undo what they did for the update. Okay, next one, kind of near Drake's Fall Gorge. It'll be right behind you when you spawn, but be aware the house we need to get into is an enemy camp, so make sure to clear them out before you enter. And once you go in the house, it'll be straight ahead on top of the shelf. Crimson Desert seems to add new key features like the recent update they added replayable boss fights. And I got some people who were saying, shouldn't that have been in the game to begin with? But realistically to me, they're just adding more sprinkles on the cake. A little bit east by Sheltering Rocks, the die is in the house on the dresser. One will be up here by the Spire of Frost in the Ice Watch altar. Okay, it's in this building over here where the flower pots are on the shelf. Final die for the vid will be up here in a rundown hut on an empty shell. There were a couple dies I couldn't get, so I had to cut them from the video because I'm wondering, in order to get the rest, I gotta continue the story. So I'm gonna do that and then check back with you to see if we unlocked any more die slots back at camp. The final die will be up here in a rundown hut on an empty shelf. You shouldn't be able to miss it. It's the only thing in the house that sticks out. I had a couple other dies recorded too, but I had to cut them since I haven't progressed far enough in the story to unlock the sections in the map. So I'm gonna continue through the story and then check back with y'all to see if we unlocked any more die slots back in camp. Alright y'all, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Please and thank you. We trying to reach 50 subscribers. Don't forget to ring the bell icon so you can stay up to date on the latest videos on Crimson Desert and future games. It's been a real pleasure, Shadows, but your boy is calling it a night. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.